Namaste, respected Deputy of Mission Shri Abhishek Dubey, respected Gopi, Prasad, respected Chief Priest of Ham Temple, respected all dignitaries of Hindu Forum, Germany, all friends in Dharma, all yoga friends. I welcome here, full of joy, for this special event, inauguration of PoornaYoga and this morning meeting of the Hindu Forum Germany Board of Advisors. And I want now to invite Shri Shiva Arumugam, Phaskaran, to say some invocational prayers, some mantras to start the ceremony, and then also to Gopi to be here on stage, and then we proceed.
नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं सदत्पुत्रवरासरं सव्यासं सुगं गौडपदं मकान्दं गोविन्दयोगेन्द्रम् अदास्य शिष्यां श्रीशङ्कराचार्यां पद्मपादं स कस्तामलहं स शिष्यां धं त्रोडकं वार्तिककारं मन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ददम् आनतोऽस्मि श्रुतिस्मृतिस्पुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् हरिः ॐ गं गणपतये नमः शुक्लां वरदरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तयेत् ॐ भद्रं कर्णेमि शृणुयामदेवाः भद्रं वक्ष्येमाक्षुभिर्यजत्राः स्त्रैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंशस्तनूभिः वियसेमदेवहितं जदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृत्रश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नः दार्शयोररिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नोः बृहस्पतिर्ददाति ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः अनन्तकोटि नमस्कारं समर्पयामि
Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you very much, Shri, Shiva and Phaskaran, Arumugam, for this wonderful invocation. We have the blessings of the Gurus, we have the blessings of Lord Shri Ganesha, and the blessings of all peaceful vibrations. Here for this special event, we gather. We gather not only as individuals, we gather as one spiritual family, united by our love for Hindu Dharma, for our culture, for the divine heritage that collects us all and connects us all. Here we have represented different Hindu temples and Hindu associations, and so it's the first time we meet in this physical way in the Hindu Forum Germany, and especially we're highly honored that Deputy Chief of Mission of the Republic of India, Shri Abhishek Dubey, is with us, and his presence is important for many things. On one hand side, because he's there, everybody else made additional effort to come here, and he made additional effort to come here as everybody else is coming. So one needs to have a reason to come together, as everybody has lots of things to do. But it's important that we connect with each other. And it has always been the intention of this ashram to not only be the place, of course, mainly it's the place of Swami Shivananda, and Swami Shivananda was open for all kinds of other tradition. And so we are in this tradition. We have our own philosophy, Advaita Vedanta, but it's integral yoga, open to Vaishnavism, Shaivism, Shaktism, and so on, and so many other traditions. And to a certain degree, I'm very glad that Gopi, Prasad is here, and Shiva, Arumugam, that they have the same tradition, come from Vedanta, but also worshipping the divine in different forms. In Germany today, our temples and ashrams together form the living heart of the Hindu community. Our temples are sacred places of celebration. And it's a good development that in many cities, Hindu temples are developed. Most are in buildings where in one big room is a temple, but we also have freestanding temples, and this develops more and more. Here families come together for worship, for festival, for personal occasions. Even short visits help us stay connected with our traditions, with the rhythm of puja, to the joy of darshan, to the divine presence. And then we have the ashrams. Ashrams are defined as where sevakas and sadhakas stay all the time. They don't have other professions. They live in the ashram, serve in the ashram, and then devotees can come for a few days, for a few weeks, and join the spiritual community. And these are not just places of worship, they're places of learning, of transformation and living dharma. Ashrams can give the chance to study the scriptures, great scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, Yoga Sutras, Bhagavatam, to reflect on their wisdom and bring it into daily life. Ashrams are also a place where devotees can be trained. When you are yoga teachers, meditation teachers, can become pujaris and learn the rituals in a systematic way. A few days ago, I was at the Kamakshi Ampal temple in Hamm during Diwali. It was midday, and there were hundreds of devotees. They came from far away to take part in the puja at the licensed places. They came from Aachen, they came from Düsseldorf, they came from Bielefeld, they came from Hanover, so from many different places, and they came to take part in puja. And Many who come to the Ham temple say there's no temple nearby, and they have rarely the chance to join with others to worship. And so it is very important that we have temples with authentic priests. And it's also important that there are temples nearby where not only worship is being done, but also training is done. Like courses in Bhagavad Gita, courses in Yoga Sutras, courses in Bhagavatam, and so on. But the advantage is there are many devotees who dedicate their whole life to religion, and they teach, inspire, and train others. And from these ashram communities grow many smaller centers in cities with satsangs, kirtans, pujas, cultural programs. Like Yoga Vidya has 4 ashrams, and we have 80 centers. We have Bhakti Marga here. You have, I think, 2 ashrams in Germany, and how many other places where there's pujas? Many sanghas, or we have ISKCON, they have the big temple, we could say it's like ashram, where people stay in Abenteuer, in Rheinland-Pfalz, and in Bavaria, the Narasimha temple. And so you have some ashram communities. And so the ashram communities, which often have more Western inmates, can benefit from the temple communities where mostly Indian or Sri Lankan or Nepalese or Afghan or Bengali people come, and traditional priests are. We can connect to each other and we can inspire each other. Many Hindus and their children live far from India, often in surroundings where Hinduism is little known or even misunderstood. For the Hindu diaspora, places of worship are especially important. For quite a few, ashrams become their spiritual home, a place to experience religion, experience their culture and live their dharma, not just for a few hours, but for a whole weekend or a week or longer. And what we experience here, sometimes families come and the children and adolescents say, while living in the ashram for a while, they start getting proud of their religion. And they start understanding what their religion is about. Many families don't have the time to explain too intensely the religion. They just follow the rituals. But in ashrams, they can actually learn what all this means. And my encouragement is also for the temple communities that you also make sure that children and adolescents know about it. And I was very happy to hear yesterday evening and this morning that these initiatives are quite successful now. So temples, Hindu cultural organizations, other organizations, and ashram communities are all important, and they have to work together, especially in a country where we are a minority. And again, also the existence of some Hindu communities and ashram is under pressure. For example, Yoga Vidya has been under pressure over the last few years. Ashrams are in a sense Hindu monasteries. They need and deserve the same legal recognition and protection as Christian monasteries. Their legal status is still unclear, and I would like to thank all of you, especially Hindu Forum Germany, for the great solidarity you have shown, and also thanks for the Indian embassy, which also has started to support this ashram. Hindu Dharma faces a challenge here. It is diverse, it is decentralized, it's open. And unlike Christian churches which have centralized structures, German religious law is mainly designed towards such centralized structure, which with clear faiths and everything, that makes it harder for Hindu organizations to receive an equal legal status, such as Körperschaft des öffentlichen Rechtes or geistliche Genossenschaft. But Hindu Dharma has also a great strength. We feel connected. We support each other. Even though we might have different traditions, Kevala Advaita or Dvaita or Shishtadvaita or whatever, but in the heart we feel connected. There are no wars among Hindu communities, even though there's some intellectual discussion there. But I think right now, and that is a good development, we all want to connect and we all want to feel connected. We are parts of one great dharmic family. And I'm also very grateful to all the Hindus of Asian origin to welcome us Hindus from Western origin, and that we feel so connected with each other. So, on this day, let us all make a sincere prayer together. May we support our community, our dharma, our temples, our ashrams. May we stand to our teachers and to all who dedicate their lives in the service of the truth. May we empower and equip each other to continue our divine mission, to spread knowledge, to nurture the next generation, to bring peace and light to society. May we all be instruments in this sacred work, and may we all integrate well together with German society. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And now I want to ask to all the dignitaries to come to the stage, and die Leinwand kann runter. So I invite Shri Abhishek Dubey. First the video. Okay, first the video. Okay, yes. So the reason why we all gather together there is the inauguration of PoornaYoga, which is an initiative of Gopi, Venkateswara Prasad, who is also the president of Hindu Forum Germany and president of Gita Vidya. And so we watch some video about this event.
PoornaYoga actually starts from the understanding that while the body, mind, and soul are inseparable like three threads in the same fabric, they don't always act in harmony. That's where the practice comes in. It's really about reconnecting those pieces so life feels a little less scattered. The principles and techniques of PoornaYoga are designed to help people unite their body, mind, and soul so they can function more cohesively.
So now I'm curious, who's behind this approach? I heard the program was designed by Shri Gopi Venkateswara Prasad, but what inspired him to create PoornaYoga instead of just following existing methods?
Gopi's story is fascinating. He grew up surrounded by different forms of yoga, and his passion for the wisdom in ancient texts led him to dive deep into the Gita and Yoga Sutras. But what's unique is how he wanted to make these teachings practical, so he developed PoornaYoga to bridge that gap between philosophy and daily life.
That's pretty cool. And I noticed he structured each lesson with 3 parts: sadhana, shodhana, and vardhana. How do those actually work together in the program?
Great question. Sadhana is all about personal practice. Shodhana focuses on self-inquiry and purification, while Vardhana encourages dialogue and discussion. By including all 3, Gopi designed each lesson to help students not only learn but also reflect and apply yoga's wisdom in real situations.
It sounds like it's more interactive than just reading or listening to a lecture. Almost like a toolkit for life, not just theory.
That's exactly it. The goal is for students to explore, question, and really live the teachings, rather than just memorize them.
So, diving into the curriculum a bit, there's mention of 140 Gita shlokas and 96 Yoga Sutras, all organized into 22 thematic lessons. That's a lot to cover. How does the program avoid overwhelming people with so much content?
What surprised me most is how visual and structured the lessons are. Gopi uses graphic interpretations to make ancient texts approachable, breaking them down into clear themes. And each lesson builds on the last, so you're never just thrown into the deep end.
That's a clever way to make sure no part of the self gets left behind. And I love that there's a textbook and separate workbook, kind of like having both the map and the tools for your travels.
Totally! The textbook sets the stage with theory and E-class videos, while the workbook brings it all to life with practical tasks and projects. It's a full-circle learning experience.
You know, all this sounds really meaningful, but I wonder, how do people actually bring these lessons into their day-to-day routines? Is it mostly about doing exercises, or is there more to it?
It goes way beyond exercises. The idea is to develop habits that help you tune into your body, question your thoughts, and find a little more calm in chaos. For example, someone might use a breathing technique from the program before a stressful meeting, or reflect on a Gita verse when facing a tough decision.
I can see how that would make the teaching stick. And the fact that students get a completion certificate after the workbook and project work, that must be a great motivator.
It really is. But what's even better is seeing students apply the wisdom in creative ways. The certificate is nice, but it's the transformation in everyday life that matters most.
That's inspiring. If someone wanted to find out more, or even start the program, how could they get involved?
Super simple. They can visit the website, or just reach out by email or WhatsApp. The team is always happy to chat and help newcomers get started on their journey.
So now I want to invite on stage all the dignitary. First, Shri Abhishek Dubey, Honorable Deputy Ambassador of the Republic of India in Germany. Shri Shiva Arumugam Gurukul, he's already here. He is the founder and head priest of Shri Kamakshi Ambal Temple. Shri Pramod Kumar, he is an honorable politician from Hamburg, also founder of a temple in Hamburg and great benevolent for many gemeinnützige Zwecke. Then Swami Kurunandha, Honorable Swamiji of the Bhakti Marga Ashram of Swami Vishwananda, main ashram near Frankfurt. Shri Sushrut Lugani, President of Manva Bharati Temple, Düsseldorf, one of the most ancient temples in Germany, might actually be the oldest temple in Germany. Shri Dirk Sellhorn, Director of Afghan Hindu Mandir, Hamburg, maybe the Hindu temple with the most members in Germany after the Ham temple. Then Sri Vaidyanatha, he's Vice President of ISKCON Temple Hamburg, and he's also the Managing Director of Hindu Forum Germany. Shri Anil Sharma, founder, president of the Hindu Dharma temple Elmshorn, and Elmshorn is near Hamburg. We already have Sri Gopi Venkateswara Prasad, founder, president of Gita, Vidya Peetam, and the president of Hindu Forum, Germany. And Srimati Saumya, vice president of Gita, Vidya Peetam, and the director of Hindu Forum, Germany, and a strong power behind both initiatives. And I think Partha is not yet here of Bhakti Marga.
Thank you very much. It's indeed an honor and a great privilege to be amongst this august audience and distinguished gentlemen on the stage and lady. It's my mission for the rest of my life to spread the divine wisdom of Bhagavad Gita and yoga for the well-being of humanity. And in this context, today marks a biggest milestone with the launch of PoornaYoga program. I would like to bring about the books and the posters and unveil them with the golden hands of the distinguished gentlemen and the respected souls on this dais, and thereby announcing it for the whole world. Now, this is just the poster, and then the whole content is in these books. So, a brief introduction to the whole program was already presented by the video, and we are here gladly unveil this whole program. And the textbook contains the entire courses. All the 4 courses are presented in one single textbook. We provide these textbooks in many schools in India. I am proud to say over 50 schools in India have already adopted this program. And about 11,000 children are currently going through these courses. But now, with the announcement of PoornaYoga program here in Europe, we will be expanding across Germany and also nearby countries. I'm glad Shri Abhishek Ji, the Deputy Chief of Mission from Embassy of India, to grace this occasion to enrich our initiative and encourage us. So your presence marks a great support to us, and we are quite glad and also honored to have Swami Kurunandha, Pramod Kumar Ji, Swami Shiva, Arumugam, Gurukul, my beloved Sukadev Maharaj, and of course, my wife Saumya, and we have Shushut Luganiji, and Rick, and must mention about Vaidyanath Ji that he was helpful to me in the initial days while I was struggling how to put through a course. So he helped me with his tools and identify this whole shlokas and structure them. Thank you very much, Vaidyanath Ji. And Anil Sharma Ji, grateful for your presence here. Thank you very much. Thank you, Narendra Ji. Thank you, one and all, sitting all in the audience. Most of us have interacted either by theme weeks or during interactions during lunch and other places. So it's all your love, your support, your affection that has made this day possible. I am an example of how an ashram in Germany can mold somebody, explore the eternal wisdom, a spark ignited from Bhakti Marga Ashram, and catch up its flame at Yoga Vidya Ashram is now in front of you as a PoornaYoga program. Thank you all. May I request all the dignitaries to kindly take their seats on the podium.
Except Honorable Deputy Ambassador. Now I invite Mr. Abhishek Dubey. He's a career diplomat, joined the Indian Foreign Service in 2011. He had handled the Germany and EU desk at the Ministry of External Affairs, New Delhi, from 2014 till 2017. He served at the Embassy of India in Kathmandu from 2017 to 2020. And was first secretary at the Embassy of India in Brussels from 2020 to 2022. Then he was the regional passport officer for Delhi and National Capital Region. And in 2025, Mr. Dubey assumed charge of Deputy Chief of Mission at the Embassy of India in Berlin. And he's also a deeply spiritual person who meditates every day and knows about sacred scriptures, not only Bhagavad Gita, but also Ashtavakra, Gita, and Dattatreya, Samhita, and many others. So he is learned and a sincere aspirant and a spiritual seeker. So we are highly honored to have you here. He's also married to Mrs. Shuchita Kishore, who is now the General Consul of India in Frankfurt. So, thank you.
My namaskar to all the blessed souls here. So when I was coming here, I was in doubt what I should speak on this program. I was thinking surely not about India-Germany relations. So I thought that I will try to tell you about my understanding of what this event is here. And it's a subjective understanding. I have a very little knowledge and lot of ignorance. So if I say something wrong, I will just ask for your forgiveness. Because I personally feel that this, whatever is happening here, is not in isolation. It's an event which is in the chain of events happening last 5,000, 10,000 years. So let me tell you what I feel about this. There are two words, culture and civilization. The Sanskrit word for culture is samskriti. It means living together, then doing action. So living together and doing action together means samskriti. And then it evolves into civilization. Because it's like a normal human being, when we do action, then actions changes into our memory, our deep subconscious. So what we do together creates civilization. So every civilization has these three things. The core value based on which we do action. And then based on those actions, we create something together. So value, culture, and civilization. So let me talk to you about Indian values, which developed into Indian culture and civilization. And when we say Sanskriti, that means living together and doing action together. That means it's not a thing of past. It is in present too, because we are living together and doing things together. So Sanskriti is changing, civilizations are changing, but the core values of any civilization we have to go and find. Similarly, there are some core values of Indian civilization. One of the core values is asking questions. So if you want to define Indian culture, and its core value is, it's a quest of a human being asking question, why, where, how, who am I? So it is started from there. The question is still the same, we are asking it in a different way, but if you go to the Hiranyagarbha Sutra in Veda, they were asking the same question, whom should I worship? Who is that? Somebody deep dived inside and find some solution. Then comes the later part of Indian culture, Upanishads, which are called as Vedanta. That means the disciple is sitting near the feet of the teacher and asking, now you tell me what you have found. The same questions. So when we see, we find two people, a guru and a disciple. But there is a third entity in between. And that third entity is faith. Three people are sitting together, the guru, the faith, and the disciple. Now, what is this faith? And this is what I understood by living, is that faith is not belief. Faith is love and hope in action. That means the faith that everything will be fine at the end. So when you go to India, in every shop, small shop, you will find a small sticker, and I am repeating in Hindi, which says, "Jo ho raha hai, acha ho raha hai. Jo hoga, acha hoga." That means whatever is happening is good, and whatever will happen will be good. And the line below that is, this is Gita Sar. That means this is the summary of Gita. Now I was always surprised because that was not written in Gita. So I was always thinking why this is Gita Sar when I have not found a single shlok related to that. And then later on I realized actually I don't know who was that wise soul, because there are many people whom name you don't remember, but actually that was the Gita Sar, because when you go deep dive into Gita, then you find that faith, love and hope, that okay, the world is not a good place to be, but I will be good. So that thing is the faith which is sitting between the disciple and the guru. So now I am coming to Gita. Now Gita is the extension of the same thought, the same inquisitiveness. Now what is happening is a man, a very materialistic man, and the peak of materialism is war. War is the extreme form of materialism you can have in your life. And in that war, the man is asking a person that whether I am right or wrong, what should I do? Again, the same inquisitiveness, there is a guru, there is a disciple, and then the faith that the guru, whatever will tell me, will help me. Now, I am always surprised, and I never know that why nobody else asked Krishna. Because Yudhishthira was there, Duryodhana was there, so the bad person, the good person, both were standing there. But the only person who asked was Arjuna. So that question always remains with me. That I realized that Arjuna had faith in Krishna as a friend. So faith comes with love, and love comes with this thought that the person will protect me. And that is why when in Gita Krishna said that never say those truths which are not very good, which are not give good feeling into other. So I've always thought that why the Lord is saying so, because in that case we can't say the truth. Truth is always hurtful. Then I realized if you tell truth to your loved ones, for example, a mother telling to son or daughter, then they listen because they feel that they are cared. So the relation between the disciple and the guru depends on faith, faith on love, and there can't be love when there is no interest. We can't love a thing when we have no interest in the thing. And that is where the work of Mr. Gopi Prasad comes into picture. There is a lot of books on Gita. There are a lot of commentaries on Gita. But what he is trying to do is a very ancient way of learning. And now I'm talking about education. There is a story in India. There was a king. He had princes who were not ready to take the charge of their duties. The king asked for a wise man. The wise man created some stories to tell the prince and princess how to deal with the governance. Now those were stories, things which interest the kids. So the education comes with interest, and that is what he is trying to do. He is bringing the higher knowledge of Gita in a very simplified version to people like us who are in our mundane affair, not getting time to read the big things. We don't have the time to go into the philosophical discourse, especially the young children. And I must congratulate you. Simplifying things is not an easy thing. The most important, I think the highest form of wisdom is to simplify things. And that is why all our great sages have just given their teachings in one line. For example, when Mahavira said, live and let live, it was the whole culmination of the teachings. So what you are doing, simplifying this Gita, the knowledge of Gita, beautifully to the younger generation, this work will go long. And we all are blessed to see this. Now, I just want to add a few things. That why this is important, that the newer generation should learn about this. Because there can't be any knowledge if it is not bringing compassion to us. Knowledge in action is compassion. If we are not becoming compassionate, then knowledge is of no worth. So I hope that this will inculcate this feeling that there are some philosophies in the world who, by learning, not burden with you knowledge, but who lighten yourself with compassion. And when the compassion comes, then the whole world become one. And that is why we have this mantra in India, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukh Ma Bhavet, which I saw in your ashram too, that everybody should be good. Not only me, because it doesn't matter if I am good alone. And that is the whole idea of sustainability, the whole idea of the world we want to be, the whole idea that the world we want to give to the younger generation, the generations to come. So what you are doing is actually sowing seed of those thoughts. Interesting thing is, once you become compassionate, you become tolerant. Tolerant is not adjustment. It is understanding that the other person is coming from the same form of inquisitiveness which I once had. So in India, 1,000 people have asked questions in 1,000 ways, developed 1,000 methods, and then created a culture in which there are 1,000 ways to live. And that is why you were saying that Ashtanga Yoga, Vedanta, all this comes from the tolerance to the inquisitiveness of self and the inquisitiveness of the other. So I once congratulate you. All people who are sitting here are blessed. I am blessed to be among you. You are doing wonderful work of sowing the seeds of those thoughts here. I just want a world where if I'm in a doubt, and if there is a solution in China, in Japan, in Israel, or any part of the world, that should come to me. Because the knowledge, if it is not solving the problem I am facing, then it is not worth it. We know that E is equal to mc square, but if somebody dies at somebody's home and some scientist comes to me that don't feel the pain because mass has changed into energy, it will not soothe me. We need to get away with the pain inside, the loneliness inside, and that is why these thoughts will always be relevant. Gita was not for Arjun, it was for us also in this era and the eras to come. So, once congratulations to all of you for here, and thank you for inviting me here. I'm very honored to be here and wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for this wonderful speech, Mr. Abhishek Dubey ji, from the heart and with compassion. That is so important, and it's good to hear that also from a diplomat who has so many things on so many aspects, and we feel very connected with you. Thank you very much. Now I want to call upon Mr. Pramod Kumar to say a few words. He is an entrepreneur, he's a politician, and he's also somebody who does a lot of good things in society in many different ways, including having initiated a temple in Hamburg.
Radhe Radhe. Liebe Freunde und Gäste, Shri Abhishek Dubey ji, Sukadev ji, und Gopi ji, und die anderen Tempels, Vorstand, ich begrüße Sie alle ganz herzlich. Ich freue mich sehr, heute hier zu stehen. Ich möchte mit euch über ein Buch sprechen, das mir sehr wichtig ist. Die Bhagavad Gita. Die Bhagavad Gita ist ein heiliges Buch aus Indien. Sie ist ein Teil des großen Epos Mahabharata. In ihr geht es ein Gespräch zwischen dem Krieger Arjun und dem Krishna. Arjun steht auf einem Schlachtfeld. Er soll kämpfen, aber er hat Angst. Er sieht, dass auf beiden Seiten Menschen stehen, die er liebt. Er weiß nichts, was richtig ist. Da spricht Krishna zu ihm. Krishna erklärt ihm den Sinn des Lebens, die Pflicht eines Menschen und den Weg zu Gott. Krishna sagt zu Arjuna, tu deine Pflicht, aber erwarte keinen Lohn. Handel richtig, weil es richtig ist. Das ist eine wichtige Lehre der Bhagavad Gita. Wir sollen das gut tun, auch wenn es schwer ist. Wir sollen unsere Aufgabe erfüllen, ohne nur an uns selbst zu denken. Da spricht auch über Yoga. Die Gita spricht auch über Yoga. Aber Yoga bedeutet hier nichts, nur Übung und Meditation. Yoga bedeutet Verbindung mit Gott. Es gibt verschiedene Wege. Karma Yoga, das ist der Weg des Handelns. Bhakti Yoga, das ist der Weg der Liebe und Hingabe. Jnana Yoga, das ist der Weg des Wissens. Alle Wege führen zu Gott, wenn wir sie mit reinem Herzen gehen. Ich habe durch die Bhagavad Gita gelernt, die Leben ist ein Weg des Lernens. Wir sollen mutig sein und Verantwortung übernehmen. Wir sollen ehrlich, freundlich und standhaft bleiben. Wenn wir so leben, helfen wir nicht nur uns selbst, sondern auch unserer Gemeinschaft. Ich bin stolz, Teil dieser Gemeinschaft zu sein. Wir glauben an die Lehren der Gita. Wir wollen in Wahrheit, Frieden und Gerechtigkeit leben. Wir wollen, dass unsere Werte auch in unserer Gesellschaft und Politik eine Rolle spielen. Wir glauben an Pflicht, Mitgefühl und Glauben. Diese Ideale tragen wir gemeinsam nach außen. Krishna sagt zu Arjuna, er sollte nichts fliehen, sondern handeln. Das geht auch für uns heute. Wir sollen nichts vor den Problemen der Welt davonlaufen. Wir sollen mutig und stark sein, in Dienst Gott und in Dienst die Menschen. Die Bhagavad Gita ist ein kleines, altes Buch, das man nur liest. Sie ist ein lebendiger Wegzeiger. Sie zeigt uns, wie wir im Alltag handeln sollen. Sie hilft uns, klar zu denken und mit dem Herzen zu leben. Ich glaube fast daran, wenn wir die Lehren der Gita im Herzen tragen, dann werden wir stärker, friedlicher und gerechter. Dann wird auch unsere Gemeinschaft wachsen und ein Licht für andere sein. Lass uns alles handeln mit Mut, Liebe und Vertrauen. Lass uns zusammenstehen für Wahrheit, Glaube und ein gutes Leben. Ich möchte nochmal von Herzen danken, Swamiji, Gopi, für die Einladung und ein tolles Erlebnis, was ich seit gestern hier erlebt habe. Sie machen einen sehr wunderbaren Job. Viel Erfolg wünsche ich euch für die Zukunft. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pramod Kumar. I think he's Karma Yogi in its purest form, and doing everything to be successful and helping in so many ways. Thank you very much for this inspiring talk on Bhagavad Gita. So now I want to invite Swami Kurunandha to give some short speech. He's Senior Swami in Bhakti Marga, the organization inspired by Swami Vishwananda. And it's his first time here, but we've met before, and it's good that our communities grow closer together.
Jai Gurudev. Thank you for these kind words, and thank you for already what was shared earlier, very nice, deep. Gopi Prasad invited us to be part of this. We already had this morning a wonderful meeting in his role as heading the Hindu forum, and now we are looking at another side of his range of activities, the PoornaYoga. When I reflect on the term Purna, probably most of you know what it means. It's fullness. And personally, I have a passion for fullness. I've been looking for that fullness all my life. I found it when I met my Gurudev, Paramahamsa Vishwananda. And it's always been something that fascinates me. How can, like, life is complex, but at the end, in that fullness, you come to that essence, and I'm always looking and trying to find that essence. And there's no better scripture, in my opinion, than the Bhagavad Gita to capture that essence of everything. And then to take, so the Gita itself, we can say, is full, it's Purna. Then to take the task and to take that Bhagavad Gita and, let's say, further condense it or translate it is, as was pointed out, a very big task. You know, there is, in Germany, you may be familiar with this little story of when Goethe wrote a letter to Schiller, and he said, "I'm sorry, I'm writing a long letter to you. I didn't have time to write a short one." So the task of saying something in a few words or condense it so that even a child can understand it. It sounds easy, but it's not. It's actually a big task, and I think it is wonderful that Gopi Prasad is attempting that. Anyone who makes any initiative to spread the wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita, as Krishna himself declares at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, is doing the greatest service. Because this knowledge of the self, that is what everyone needs. As always, 5,000 years ago, in 5,000 years ago, in 5,000 years, it will always be there, that need. But we can see right now, especially, I think everywhere in the world, but especially in Europe, maybe especially in Germany, we need to be reminded of this knowledge more than ever before. And so it is a wonderful initiative that we are happily supporting, because as you can imagine, my Guru, he also, he has given a commentary about the Bhagavad Gita. He has his perspective on the Bhagavad Gita, and yet I'm here happily supporting Gopi Prasad in his attempt, because that is the beauty of Sanatana Dharma, that it declares that the truth, that essence, the Purna, is one, but the wise know that it can be looked at from different angles. And both this morning when we came together and now coming together and supporting each other in that attempt to collaborate, because that is the spirit of Sanatana Dharma, and that is the spirit of the Bhagavad Gita also, of what I believe Krishna would want us to do, is to work together, support each another. There is no competition. Anyone who spreads the love of God is my friend and brother. So, thank you very much. Jai Gurudev.
So thank you very much, Swami Kurunandha, for this inspiring and also connecting talk, which helps us many different ways to look at the truth, one truth, many paths. Thank you for this message. Now I want to call upon Shiva Arumugam Phaskaran to say a few words to us. And Gopi will translate. We have the rare honor to be addressed in Tamil.
I think you understand Tamil, yeah?
Not
so
all.
next live.
As not all understand Tamil, Gopi will translate into English, and of course Kaivalya into German.
ஸோ கோபி இல்லாமல் கிருஷ்ணா இல்லை, கிருஷ்ணா இல்லாமல் கோபி இல்லை. ஆகவே கோபி எனக்கு டிரான்ஸ்லேஷன் பண்ணுவார்.
Okay, so there is no Krishna without Gopi, there is no Gopi without Krishna, and so Gopi will translate my words. It sounds little strange, you know, he's talking about me and I am talking the same about me.
ஆக எனக்கு முன்பு பேசியவர்கள் எல்லாம் பகவத்கீதையை பற்றியே தொடர்ந்து பேசினார்கள். நானும் அதை தொடர்ந்து தான் பேச வேண்டும், விதி மாறி பேசக்கூடாது. அந்த அடிப்படையிலே நானும் உங்களுக்கு பகவத்கீதையில் உள்ள சில முக்கியமான கட்டங்களை சொல்ல விரும்புகின்றேன்.
All the speakers before me have spoken about Bhagavad Gita. I will continue the same and also share my insights on Bhagavad Gita.
எங்களுடைய கோவிலில் ஏதாவது நான் பேச வேண்டும் என்று நினைத்து மைக்க கொண்டு வா அப்படின்னு சொல்லி சொன்னால் அங்காலேருந்து 4 பேர் சொல்லுவார்கள், சுவாமிகிட்ட மட்டும் மைக்க கொடுத்துடாதீங்கோ, அவர் இன்றைக்கி நம்மளை வீட்டை போக விட மாட்டார் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. ஆனால் உங்களெல்லாம் நான் அப்படி மினக்கெடுத்தையில் சுருக்கமாக சொல்கிறேன்.
In the temple, when somebody is asking Swamiji to speak, people say, don't give the mic to Swamiji. He doesn't leave it, you know, he takes it long. So, but now I will not do so. I will keep it simple and short.
இதில் வேடிக்கையாக என்னவென்றால், நான் கீதா 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 அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவேன். சொல்லுகின்ற பொழுது என்னை ஒரு அறிவாளி வந்து கேட்டான், நீங்கள் கீதா என்கின்ற ஒரு 2வது வைஃபையும் வச்சிருக்கிறீங்களா அப்படின்னு சொல்லி.
He keeps talking about Gita so often and so many times, and sometimes people, in a fun-filled way ask him, who is Gita? Is she a second wife of yours or what?
நான் சொன்னேன், ஆமாம், 5000 ஆண்டுக்கு முன்னால் நான் அவளை கட்டிட்டேன் அப்படின்னு சொன்னேன்.
So he says, yeah, it's for the last 5000 years been together with her.
ஆக பகவத்கீதை வாழ்வியலிலே ஒரு மிக முக்கியமான நூல் என்பதில் எனக்கு எந்த விதமான ஐயமும் இல்லை. இதில் என்ன வேடிக்கைன்னு சொன்னால், நானும் பகவத்கீதை வகுப்பு எங்களுடைய கோயிலே வழங்குகின்றேன். குருச்சேத்திர போர்லையும் 5 பேர் தான் கீதையை கேட்டார்கள், நம்மகிட்டையும் 5 பேர் தான் இப்போ கீதை கேட்கிறார்கள்.
So the interesting fact is that in the Kurukshetra war there are 5 warriors, and also in us there are 5 things to be faced.
5 பேர் வென்றார்கள், 101 பேர் தோற்றார்கள்.
So 5 people have become victorious, the 100 people got defeated.
ஒரு பக்கம் சொல்லுகின்றது 5 பேரை வென்றால் நாம் நிம்மதியாக வாழலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. ஆனால் அந்த 5 பேரையும் வெல்றது என்பது வாழ்வியலில் ரொம்ப கஷ்டம்.
So winning those 5 people is very difficult in life.
அந்த 5 பேர் ஆறுன்னு சொன்னால், கள்ளப்புலன் 5 வஞ்சனையை செய்ய விலங்கு மனத்தால் விமலா உனக்கு என்கின்றார் மணிவாசகர். கைகள், காது, மூக்கு, வாய் என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய பஞ்சேந்திரியங்களை வென்றுட்டால் நாமல் பரிபூர்ணமான, கோபி சொன்னது போல பரிபூர்ண யோகா, பூர்ண யோகாவை அடையலாம்.
So the 5 are our indriyas, the eyes, ear, nose, taste and skin. If we these 5 senses in our life, we would have won a complete victory, and that fills us Purna, the sense of completeness in us.
ஆனால் அவர்களை வெல்வது என்பது மிக கடினம். ஆனால் அவர்கள் பல பேரை வெல்வார்கள். அந்த அற்புதத்தை காட்டுவது பகவத்கீதை. 5 பேர் வெற்றி கொண்டார்கள், வென்றார்கள், 101 பேர் தோற்றார்கள், துரியோதனாதிகள்.
So how to win these 5 is what is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, and it explains more detail.
அந்த 5 பேர் எப்படி வென்றார்கள் என்று பார்த்தால், அவர்கள் முழுமையாக பகவானை நம்பினார்கள். தன்னுடைய மனித பலத்தை நீக்கி பகவானை முழுமையாக நம்பினார்கள். ஆனால் இங்கே 120 பேர் தன்னுடைய பலத்தை நம்பினார்கள், தோற்றார்கள்.
So the secret of success in Kurukshetra war, why the 5 people Pandavas have won over the 100 Kauravas, is because they had complete faith in Bhagavan. And with that faith, they got victorious. However, in our life, with these 5 indriyas, what we see is that we are distracted in many ways, and that is the reason for the trouble.
குருச்சேத்திர போருக்கு 2 பகுதியினரும் வந்தவுடனேயே முடிவாகிவிட்டது. யார் வெல்வார்கள் என்பதற்கு முதல் ஸ்லோகமே அதரட்டி காட்டுகின்றது. குருச்சேத்ரே தர்மச்சேத்ரே குருச்சேத்ரே சமபேதா ஜுஜுத்சவா மாமகா பாண்டவா சைவ கிமகுர்வத சஞ்சயா என்று ஸ்லோகமே இனிமேல் பாண்டவர்களுக்கு தான் வெற்றி, நீங்கள் எல்லாம் போகலாம் அப்படின்ற அளவுக்கு அந்த ஸ்லோகம் முதல்லையே வெற்றியை பற்றி சொல்லிவிட்டது. தர்மச்சேத்ரே குருச்சேத்ரே.
So the very first shloka in Bhagavad Gita sets the stage, and it calls the Kurukshetra as a dharma kshetra, and it questions, how everybody is doing in this particular war. And the way this shloka explains, it almost, inclines the victory of Pandavas in its essence.
அப்போ எது வெல்லும் என்று சொன்னால், உலகத்தில் யார் தர்மத்தை ரட்சிக்கிறார்களோ தர்மம் அவர்களை ரட்சிக்கும். அதான் வேதாந்தம் சொல்லுகின்றது, தர்மோ தர்ம ரக்ஷிதா என்று சொல்லுகின்றது.
So in essence, what can be understood is that those who are protecting dharma or acting according to dharma are always protected by dharma, and that is what is said in Sanskrit, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha.
எங்கே தர்மம் இருக்குது அப்படின்ட்டு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, எங்கே கிருஷ்ணர் இருக்கின்றாரோ, எங்கே அர்ச்சுனன் இருக்கின்றாரோ, எங்கே பகவத்கீதை பாராயணம் பண்ணப்படுகின்றதோ அங்கே தர்மம் இருக்கும் என்று சொல்லப்படுகின்றது.
Now, where is dharma? And the answer to the question is, wherever the Lord Krishna is, wherever Arjuna is, wherever there is a discourse or discussion about Bhagavad Gita is, there exists dharma.
இங்கே பார்த்தால் கோபி பிரசாத் அவர்கள் பகவத்கீதையை மிக எளிய முறையிலே கொடுப்பதற்கு முயற்சி பண்ணி கொண்டிருக்கின்றார். அது ஒரு பாராட்டுதலுக்கான ஒரு விஷயம். அடுத்து அவருக்கு துணையாக சுகதேவ் என்கின்ற பேரே ஒரு சுகம்தான், அந்த பேரை சொன்னாலே ஒரு சுகம்தான். ஆக அப்பேற்பட்ட பெரியவர்கள் எல்லாம் ஒரு நல்ல தர்மத்தை செய்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றார்கள். அவர்களுக்கு நாம் ஆசி வழங்க வேண்டும், பாராட்டு தெரிவிக்க வேண்டும்.
So he appreciates the effort of PoornaYoga and how we are trying to present the essence of Bhagavad Gita in the simplest way. And he also appreciates Sukadev. In his name itself, he has Sukha, and through that he is spreading so much of happiness around.
ஆகவே இங்கே நான் முன்பு சொன்னது போல நீண்ட நேரம் பேசினா நீங்களும் இருக்க மாட்டீர்கள். கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக உங்களுடைய யோகாவை விட்டு நீங்கள் வெளியில் போடுவீங்க. ஆகவே நான் ஒலி வாங்கியை திருப்பி இந்த இடத்தை விடுவதாக இறங்குகின்றேன். எல்லாம் வல்ல அம்பிகையினுடைய அருளும் கிருஷ்ண பகவானுடைய திருவருளும் உங்களுக்கு கிடைக்க வேண்டும் என்று ஆசீர்வதிக்கின்றேன்.
So with these few words, I conclude my speech, and I pray for the blessings of Kamakshi Amma and Bhagavan Shri Krishna to all of us sitting here.
இன்னும் ஒன்று சொல்லி ஆசை முடித்துக்கொள்ளுகின்றேன். நம்ம அபிஷேக் அவர்கள் இங்கே மேடையில் பேசியிருந்தார். அவர் ஒரு பெரிய ஆபீசர். அநேகமாக நான் பல ஆபீசரை பார்த்துருக்கின்றேன். அவர்களுடைய தர்மத்தை பற்றி பேசுவதென்றால் அவர் கூச்சப்படுவார்கள். நான் நிறைய மேடைகளுக்கு போயிருக்கின்றேன். ஆனால் அவர் தன்னுடைய தர்மத்தை, அதான் அந்த இந்திய மண்ணினுடைய ஒரு வாசனை. இந்த ஊறுகாய் இருக்கின்றதே, ஊறுகாய் ஜாடியிலே இருக்கும். அதை நீங்கள் எடுத்து வெளியில் கொட்டிட்டு கழுவிட்டு வச்சு பாருங்கள், திரும்பி எடுத்து மோந்து பார்க்குற பொழுதும் அந்த வாசனை இருக்கும். அது மாதிரி இந்திய மண்ணில் பிறந்த ஒவ்வொருவருக்கும் அதனுடைய வாசனை இருக்குது என்பதை அபிஷேக் அவர்கள் இங்கே மேடையில் நிரூபித்திருக்கின்றார். அவருக்கு என்னுடைய பரிபூர்ண ஆசைகளை வழங்குகின்றேன்.
So I want to say one last thing before I conclude, and want to appreciate Shri Abhishek Dubey ji. He is an officer, and I have seen in my experience many officers, they feel shy to speak about their dharma, but here Abhishek ji has very profoundly put forth the dharma that he loves and he follows, and in this way I appreciate Shri Abhishek Dubey ji. And an example, an example he gave, it is the essence of the soil of India that is spreading its fragrance through Abhishek Dubey ji, just like a pickle jar when you empty the pickle out of it and clean it and then also look at the smell, it still smells like pickle. So that the essence, the fragrance doesn't go away so easily.
ஆகவே இங்கே வந்திருக்கின்ற உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் எங்களோடு சேர்ந்து இயங்க இருக்கின்ற மற்ற கோவில் ஸ்தாபகர்கள் தர்மக்ஷேத்திரத்திலே உள்ளவர்கள் அனைவரையும் நாங்கள் ஒன்றிணைக்கின்றோம், வரவேற்கின்றோம். அதே மாதிரி இந்த யோகாவிலே கலந்து கொண்டிருக்கின்ற அத்தனை உள்ளங்களையும் அன்புடன் ஆசீர்வதித்து உங்களுக்கெல்லாம் நல்ல எதிர்காலம் கிடைக்க வேண்டும் என்று சொல்லி பிரார்த்தித்து விடைபெறுகின்றேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
So I pray for everybody's well-being here, and there is effort going on to bring together all the Hindu temples in one place, and I appreciate that effort, and I pray for the God to everyone be blessed and be happy.
Thank you very much for these wonderful words and inspiration. You have a very important function here in the ashram. We know each other for quite a while. I think nearly 20 years you came to Bad Meinberg first time. In between you were here. You put the foundation for the Ganesha temple. You blessed the Ganesha temple, inaugurated it, and now it's there. And thank you very much for the support for so many years. Thank you so much. And now I ask Gopi ji to take over.
Thank you. I would like to present a composition of mine on PoornaYoga as a prayer conclusive. But before that, there is a very important update that I would like to share with you all. And since we have the fortune of having the presence of Shri Abhishek Dubey ji, I would like to invite Shri Abhishek Dubey ji to kindly come up onto the stage to be witness to this extraordinary announcements that we are making today. And I invite my wife Soumya, also the director of Hindu Forum Germany, to please kindly come up onto the stage. I'm pleased to announce and to the audience here that today Hindu Forum Germany had its meeting just before in the morning session, and as a president of Hindu Forum Germany, president of the executive board of the Hindu Forum Germany, we conducted an election of the chairman of the advisory council of Hindu Forum Germany, and I'm glad to announce and glad to share with you that the entire board has unanimously elected Shri Shiva Arumugam Phaskaran Gurukul as the chairman of the advisory council, and I would like to present him with this letter, and I request Shri Abhishek Dubey ji to felicitate him with the shawl. So as a elected chairman of the Advisory Council of Hindu Forum Germany, Shri Shiva Arumugam Phaskaran Gurukul has offered his fullest commitment and support in bringing together all the Hindu organizations. Now he is not alone in this pursuit. We also have a vice chairman, And to the position of Vice Chairman, the board has unanimously elected Shri Sukadev Maharaj, and I request Sukadev Maharaj to please come up onto the dais.
Congratulate you on this.
He's my friend.
Now this is such a...
Not normal friends. Very important friends.
So,
Yes.
just to leverage this moment and presence of Abhishek Dubey ji, I would like to invite the advisory council members of Hindu Forum Germany to kindly come up onto the stage and please come here for a group photograph of the Hindu Forum Germany. So I call upon the Drik ji from Hamburg, Vaidinath Prabhu, Swami Kurunandha, Sushrit Lugani ji, Govinda ji from Belun Ganesha Temple, and there are two new advisory council members whom we just proposed, Shri Pramod Kumar ji and Anil Sharma ji. I invite you also to kindly come up onto the stage, please. I would like to invite Partha ji to come up onto the stage and join us for this photograph. You please come. Great. I hope your camera will fit us. So I seek everybody's best wishes and support for this forum, which is going to galvanize the Hindu community in Germany and bring us all together. Thank you. Now. Because they're leaving now. No. Okay. Narendra will give it. So, I just chant one kirtan which is written on the concept of PoornaYoga, and in this I present how it is Purna. Purna in 3 dimensions. We all know the Gayatri mantra, Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha. So Bhu is the earth, Bhuva is the celestial world, Swaha is the spiritual world, the Atma, and the entire universe is in these 3 realms. And to unite all these 3 is the purpose of PoornaYoga. PoornaYoga Chetana Vishwamangalam Vishwashanti Samruddhi Sarvamangalam. So PoornaYoga Chetana, when invoked within us, that will fetch Vishwamangalam. Vishwa is the entire universe. Universe in all these 3 realms will have well-being in it. And Vishwashanti, a peace in the whole universe, will lead to Samruddhi, prosperity, and Sarvamangalam, and well-being of one and all. So on this occasion, I would like to just present the stanzas without explaining the further meaning. Panchabhuta nirmita bhuvi mangalam Surya Chandra prabhavita divi mangalam देहयन्त्ररूढिता देहि मङ्गलं भुवि दिवि देहि तव नित्यमङ्गलं पूर्णयोगचेतना विश्वमङ्गलं विश्वशान्तिसमृद्धि सर्वमङ्गलं बुद्धेन्द्रियगोचरिता इहं मङ्गलम् अगोचर ब्रह्मतेज परं मङ्गलं परात्पर प्रकाशिता आत्ममङ्गलम् इह परा आत्म तव नित्यमङ्गलं पूर्णयोगचेतना विश्वमङ्गलं विश्वशान्तिसमृद्धि सर्वमङ्गलं वातपित्तकफादोषदेहमङ्गलं सत्वरजो तमो गुणमनोमङ्गलं भुक्तिमुक्तिशान्तियुत जीवमङ्गलं देहमनो जीव तव नित्यमङ्गलं पूर्णयोगचेतना विश्वमङ्गलं विश्वशान्तिसमृद्धि सर्वमङ्गलं लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Thank you. I now invite Shri Narendra ji to propose vote of thanks.
So I'm very thankful for the visit of the presence of all of you here, and I'm especially very honored of the visit and the presence of the members of the Hindu Forum Germany. So your presence here is a great support for Yoga Vidya, and it's also a blessing to have all of you with all your inspiration. What are you standing for? So especially I want to thank Mr. Abhishek Dubey, the Honorable Deputy Ambassador of India in Germany, for your visit here, coming to Yoga Vidya, to Bad Meinberg. So I'm very touched of your visit, of your support and your inspiration, your talk also. So thank you very much for coming here and supporting all of us here, supporting Yoga Vidya. And I also want to thank you, Shri Shiva Arumugam, Gurukul. Now we know for several years, and we met several times, so your presence is a great inspiration for all of us. So thank you very much for coming again and again, supporting with your knowledge, your wisdom. Thank you very much to Shri Pramod Kumar, honorable politician from Hamburg, a devotee, Karma Yogi. Thank you, Swami Kurunandha, Swamiji from the Bhakti Marga Ashram. Shri Sushrut Lugani, President of Manva Bharati Temple, Düsseldorf. Thank you very much. Thank you, Shri Dirk Sellhorn, Director of the Afghan Hindu Mandir, Hamburg. And thank you, Shri Vaidyanath Das, Vice President of the ISKCON Temple, Hamburg, and the Managing Director of the Hindu Forum Germany. Thank you, Mr. Shri Anil Sharma, Founder President of the Hindu Dharma Temple, Elmshorn. And thank you, of course, Shri Sukadev ji. You're a great inspiration for all of us, especially for me personally. So he's my teacher then for over 30 years. So we met 1992 first time, and since that we are in a direct contact. Since 2003 I'm member of this ashram, in direct contact with you. Thank you for your guidance and inspiration. So, thank you, Shri Gopi Venkateswara Prasad, founder president of the Gita Vidya Peetam and the president of the Hindu Forum Germany. So, coming now regularly to Bad Meinberg, almost like living here, sort of home, became here for you. So, I'm very happy to meet you very often. So, also personally, it's a very nice contact to have with you, very friendly. Yeah, and so. Shri Mataji Saumya, Vice President of Gita Vidya Peetam, thank you also, you're always coming together. Director of the Hindu Forum Germany, so it's a great pleasure to have you here personally in your presence here regularly. And also thank you, Mr. Pater, Director from Bhakti Marga Ashram, Germany. So thank you very much for your presence, for your support, and also for your community. Yes, so it's important to stand together in a same belief, yeah, and to hold together. So we might be different in the ways we go, in the practices we do, but actually there is a higher unity which brings us together. So I hope we will continue with this community. Yeah, looking more for unity in our belief in what we are doing. So thank you, all of you, for your service to mankind too. Thank you.